Welcome, West Branch fans, to the Main Street Suites preview for the Louisa-Muscatine game here. We're up here at practice field. I'm with Jason Miller, our sports information director, and we're going to talk a lot about the game down in Letts this Friday night and a little bit about last Friday. First of all, fill us in on L&M and what we got looking forward to Friday night.
Well, L&M so far this year, from scoreboard standpoint, it's probably not been what they're looking for, Mike. But statistically speaking, they got a couple of kids that have really put up, you might say, gaudy statistics. Jesse Rainier, rushing 16 carries, 191 yards. That's 12 yards a carry, Matt? Math pretty much check out. Got another kid, Chris Day, 34 carries, 440 yards, averaging 13 yards a carry. So they've got some big playability, Mike. It just hasn't translated to points on the scoreboard quite yet. But it's a new season for them, just like everybody else once district starts.
Yeah, and I think you can relate a little bit to Maquoketa Valley coming down here with the leading rusher and all these stats and, McShane's first carry goes for 29 yards, but after that, the Bears just went to work, and I think he got 14 yards on 12 carries. And that seems to be a theme of this team of let's just go to work. Let's just get the job done. And I would imagine that's their mindset going into whether this L&M team was 3-0 or 0-3. It doesn't matter. They still have to go to work.
Yeah, you don't look at the other team. You don't look at what's been – I mentioned already what the scores and things have been before, but again, it's a new season. So West Branch has to go into this game. It's on the road, thinking that this team knows that this is probably going to be the best team, one of the better teams they see on the schedule for the rest of the year, and specifically for this week, and they want nothing more than to ruin everything West Branch has built up through the first three games.
Well, and the other big impact is – this is district time. Mm-hmm. These are the games that count. So you can't afford to let down and even have a bad game. You got to prepare because we got, Meepo coming up and Wilton and Regina and Durant. And just seems like everybody in the district has got good records so far in the first three games.
Well, you take away Louisa-Muscatine, Mike, and as of right now, the next four teams on the schedule are a combined 11-1. Regina being 2-1, Wilton, Durant, who play this week, Meepo, they're both undefeated. Meepo 3-0 versus Regina 2-1. Another marquee game, probably one of the marquee games on the east side of the entire state of Iowa, bar any class. And then you start to see things will begin to shake out over the next 2-3 weeks. The pecking order will start to set up.
Yeah, but from a coaching standpoint, going through your three non-districts, playing really well, you really don't want to take a step back, just because you may have a team that's not having as good as yours. So you want to make sure you have that going forward. I think like last week, you'll see a lot of players if the game plays out that way. But, again, it's just a matter of the Bears going to work and getting the job done.
You want to keep building upon what they've done, as you're saying. 61-20 the first week against Lisbon, a really physical trip up to Waterloo, 34-13. And then last week, somewhat of a surprise 59-0 score against Maquoketa Valley, who came into the game undefeated. So the Bears' offense is doing a lot of good things, and the defense is as well. And they're hoping to continue that trend, staying healthy, moving on as we go in the districts.
Okay, so if you can't make it down to Letts Friday night, Bearcast comes on at 6:30. Game is at 7, and we always want to thank our sponsor, Steve and Jessica Grace from Main Street Suites.